Well guys, it's been a long time since we've last been to Victor's Hollow. The last time we were here, we were searching for the reason why Ulbrich wields his blade, but this time, we're looking for treasure. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a new episode of Octopath Traveler. In the last episode, we finished off Primrose's Chapter 2, and thus finished all of the Chapter 2s for our party. Now we're moving on to tackling our Chapter 3s, and first up on the list is Tressa in Victor's Hollow. Now, as usual, I've spared you guys the pain of having to watch me fight my way back to Victor's Hollow, but in doing so, I managed to get several level ups. Primrose is level 29, Ophelia and Cyrus are level 30, and Tressa, like Primrose, is also level 29. Now, before I start the chapter, I want to know if there's any skills I can learn. Doesn't seem like it, and that kind of sucks, considering that, well, I spent so much time fighting on my way over here. Christ, JP's pretty hard to come by, isn't it? Alright, well, at least we can learn the Dancer's Divine skill, or at least start the path to learning it, with Mole Dance. And we get Encore as a support skill, but we also unveil the Dancer's Divine skill. This is Sealtesia's Seduction. For 3 turns, skills performed by a single ally that usually target one foe will affect all foes instead, although it does not affect divine skills. However, I will say that for some reason, this also applies to buffs that usually target one ally. It will target all allies instead. I don't know why that's not included either, but who knows. Alright, so we got Encore as a support skill. Once per battle, upon being incapacitated, Primrose will recover with 25% of her maximum HP. Now that is something I like to see. I'm going to replace I for an I with Encore because considering that Primrose is going to be an elemental damage dealer, I don't think she's going to be able to get much use out of it. But she will be able to get a ton of use out of Encore, especially since that, for better or worse, she's relatively fragile as far as her HP and health goes. Alright, but now that that's out of the way, let's go head to the inn. No, not the inn. We gotta head to the tavern, which should be down here if I'm not mistaken. Alright. Hello, Tavern Keep. Let's hear the tale of Tressa's Chapter 3, shall we? The story so far. In Quarry Crest, Tressa met a fellow merchant named Ali. He told her of the Merchant's Fair in Grandport, where the greatest treasures in the realm are put to auction. And so Tressa vowed to find a worthy treasure, hoping to prove herself a merchant worthy of respect and renown. So it was that the two promised to reunite at the fair. It's about time I updated the notebook. I'm on my way to the Merchant's Fair in Grandport. But first I need a treasure worthy of the auction. So I've come to Victor's Hollow to find one. The owner of this book found what he was looking for here. Hopefully I'll be as lucky as he was. You know, I was a little confused at first as to why Tressa came to Victor's Hollow looking for treasure, but hey, she's still following the previous author's footsteps. So let's see where those take her, shall we? It's time I had a look around this place. Well, there's not much to look at, I'm afraid. But hey, you're welcome to try.
All right.
Let the search begin. All right. Whoa, what's that? Looks like a hidden item if I'm not mistaken. Unfortunately, this is a plot device, so I can't actually use it. Excuse me, could you tell me about this map? That old thing? Don't really know where it came from. Found it in the storehouse and thought about throwing it out at first. But I figured I could make at least a few leaves off it this way.
Oh?
Mind if I take a closer look? There are traces of old lines where it was redrawn, and it smells of the sea. From the looks of it, this map was very special to the one who drew it.
Oh.
I think there's something written here, but the characters are strange. I'll be darned if you can read those scribbles, young lady. My dearest friend, here lies my most precious treasure, Balthazar. Whoa! Balthazar! As in the dread pirate Balthazar of the Eastern Seas? And this is treasure map?
Yes.
Sure seems that way. Christ, Tressa, talk about luck. It must be worth a fortune. Give me that. Lady Luck is on my side today. Now, let's keep this between us, young lady. Here, I'll even give you some candy. Yeah, I'm with Tressa on this one. It seems like nobody seems to take Tressa seriously, but goddamn, that's some luck. I must say. But I didn't come here for candy. Well, shit. Looks like we're gonna have to find another way to get around. Let's have a look of some travel banter, shall we? I want to know what the party has to say about this. Tressa and Ophelia. Tressa, whatever could this pirate treasure be? I'm not sure, but I'd love to find out. Wouldn't it be amazing, putting your faith in that ancient map, sailing the high seas, braving tempests and storms? Oh yes, what an adventure that would be. Why, just imagining it has my heart all aflutter. Ophelia? So you have the spirit of adventure in you too? I certainly do. Oh, how I yearn for the romance of the open seas. When I was just a small girl, I'd often watch the boys playing at pirates. Oh, I used to play at pirates too. Captain Tressa, Scourge of the Seas. Don't you know it? My motto was, another day, another treasure. I can see you now, wearing a bandana and brandishing a wooden cutlass. I overdid it at times. Sometimes the boys would break into tears and run home. Yes, I can see that too. Huh. Well, Tressa's got nothing if she doesn't have enthusiasm. Also, what the hell is, I forget who you are, but I know you from somewhere. You are plot important if I'm not mistaken. Who are you? Aliak. Oh my god. God, where did you come from? Oh, I have no idea, but I know you were important somewhere along the line. I think you were in Stoneguard, but why were we in Stoneguard? Oh my god, no. He's not from Stoneguard. He's from Still Snow. He's the guy who helped us in Honnet's Chapter 2, if I'm not mistaken. What was it, 3? I think it was Chapter 3, but hey, it's nice to see him again. Aliak, please forgive me. I was attacked by bandits and my goods were stolen. I was supposed to deliver them to Susanna, too. Never you mind that. I'll get them back. Really? So begins the tale of Again with Aliak. Alright. Susanna gets ill from time to time, and those were the ingredients for her medicine. I need to get them back right away. Why did this happen to me? I was in the middle of the delivery when all my goods were stolen. I wanted to fight back, but I didn't stand a chance against all those bandits. Christ. Let's have a look at your story. I want to know where those bandits could have gone. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Forgive me. I did not mean to interrupt. Christ. Fine. I guess we'll get Alphen out here. Maybe his inquiring abilities will be able to do better. But it looks like we won't be able to pass without triggering a cutscene, so I might as well run my reputation out before I do anything else. Alright, let's try this again. Come on. 2 more times. Alright, let's see. A merchant who once prided himself on handling every aspect of his business without assistance. Though for years he procured his wares and delivered them to his clients personally, he has recently begun to struggle due to ailing health. The other day he took a fall on the road, and were it not for the timely appearance of Susanna, would have remained in a bad way. Most intriguing. Unfortunately, that tells me nothing about where those bandits could have been. What about you? You have a similar chance. I'll probably have to talk with you using Alphen. Alright, but let's go trigger the next cutscene in Tressa's Chapter 3.
Phew. Time for a break.
Ah, Christ, it looks like Tressa's using, rest, which thankfully doesn't cost any SP to use. So, I suppose that's fitting. I already wrote in my diary today, so I'll give the notebook another read. In this world, there are countless treasures, but only one is precious to me, and I'll journey on until I find it. He had only one true treasure in the whole world. Ah, hello, kind stranger.
Hello there.
Good to see you making use of that notebook. Ah, it's Captain Leon. It's nice to see you again. We meet again, lass.
Mr. Leon!
What brings you here? I should ask you the same. Don't tell me you ran away from home. Not quite. I just decided it was time I saw the world. And I have the notebook you gave me to thank for it.
Oh.
Thank yourself for choosing it, lass. Oh, god damn you, Mick and Mac. Why are you back? Sink me, I'd be ready to make a grave of me hammock.
Hello.
Boy, ain't you...
What?
Nick and Knack? No, Tressa. It's
Ninny?
Mick and Mac, you bird-brained ninny. You're that kid what gave us quite the lashing back in Dripple Slime. No, Mac, it's Ripple-Tide. Jesus Christ, does nobody know how to speak here? Oh, Christ, I'm not ready for another boss fight with the two of you. It's Ripple-Tide. Didn't you two learn your lesson yet?
Mick.
That's quite enough.
Captain.
Apologies, Captain. Captain? Aye, our pirating days be behind us. We be working under a different flag now.
Got that right.
That day opened our eyes to the true greatness of Leon Bostrale. Now we be having the honor of calling him our captain.
Whoa!
I'm glad to see you two singing a new tune. Christ, me too, because otherwise this could have gotten messy. As am I. They've been doing well under my command thus far, but still have a ways to go. Alright, you are, Captain. Now look alive, you half-drowned dodo. There's work to be done. So, lass, how do your travels fare?
Well,
I'm still learning as I go, but I do have a goal now. I want to sell something incredible at the Merchant's Fair. If I can manage that much, it'll prove just how far I've come on this journey.
You don't say.
Well, there's certainly no better place than the fair for an aspiring merchant like yourself. And what exactly is it that you've deemed worthy of the auction? I wish I could tell you, but it's still waiting for me to find it. Oh, a yet undiscovered treasure, I see. Then I wish you all the best in your search, lass.
thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Leon. By the way, what brings you to Victor's Hollow? It's the home of an old friend. He passed away around this time of year, so I decided to pay a visit.
Oh.
Were you two close?
Aye.
Aye, Balthazar and I were like brothers.
Oh.
Balthazar? As in, that Balthazar? Which Balthazar, lass? The Balthazar who drew the map I found earlier.
Could it be?
They may just be one and the same. Could you show me where you found it?
Yes.
Yep, follow me. Let's see if Leon will be able to intimidate our merchant friend here into giving us that map.
Hey.
Excuse me, sir. It's me again.
Welcome.
Welcome back, young lady. I trust you managed to keep the you-know-what a secret in the meantime.
I'm sorry.
I'm really sorry, but I couldn't. Well, I'm pretty sure Leon would have found out either way. Plus, it's not like anybody has a chance against Leon. I mean, what the hell? This guy has some of the most powerful battle skills in the entire game, not including Divine Five-Fold Thrust, Ramming Thrust, Wild Spear, and not to mention his multi-strike capabilities. Although I could just be talking about champions of the continent. What do you mean you couldn't? Leon, show him.
What do we have here?
Pardon the intrusion, but I heard you might possess a map belonging to Balthazar. Who are ye? This is Captain Leon Bastrale.
Oh!
Leon Bastrale? Scourge of the Seas? I don't want to believe it, but there's no mistaking that blue spear. I heard all about you in your famous words. What were they again? The strong take while the weak quake? Those are words best forgotten, sir.
This is...
Huh, do you take me for a fool? I know you're just here to loot my store. Oh dear. I can assure you I came for no such reason. I cast aside that lifestyle long ago. This certainly looks like one of Balthazar's works. You really don't plan to steal it, do you? I see. So the rumors of the great pirates Leon and Balthazar being friends really were true.
Huh?
He sounds different.
I beg your pardon.
If you two were as close as the stories say, then I'm sure you'd do anything to have this map. Am I right?
But...
However, it's a precious family heirloom, and I'm afraid I cannot part with it without recompense. Interesting. So that's why you changed your voice. You turned on your salesman mode, huh?
What?
But earlier he said he was just going to throw it away. Oh, come on, Tressa. You are quite literally the epitome of capitalism ho! I'm sure you know how dealings work. If you're truly the Leon Bastrale, then I'm certain you're well versed in the treasures of the realm.
You see...
I am but a lowly merchant, you see, nothing in comparison to your grandeur. But there is one thing we have in common, a desire for a certain treasure. Have you heard of Edbart's shield? Edbart was a servant of the king of Ferion. His defense with the shield was said to be impenetrable. Legend says he used that same shield to protect his liege until the tragic fall of the kingdom. I heard a rumor that it's been spotted in this very town as of late. Curious timing, isn't it? Both a fabled pirate and a fabled treasure in Victor's Hollow at the same time. If you happen to cross it somewhere, Mr. Bastrale, I'd be happy to trade it for the map. How dare he use that map as leverage? It rightfully belonged to Mr. Leon's friend. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid you are mistaken.
Till we meet again.
Thank you for showing me the map, and my apologies for taking so much of your time.
Hey.
Are you really just going to leave without your friend's keepsake?
Aye.
That map is not mine to take. Now I shall take my leave, lass. I'd like to celebrate his life with a drink tonight. Mr. Leon. He says he doesn't need it, but... I think a memento like that is best kept in a friend's hands. I'll find a way to get it to him. You said you'd trade the map for Edbart's shield, right? I'll be back in 2 ripples of the tide. Alright, let's go find somebody who has Edbart's shield and purchase it, shall we? Alright, let's head to the arena gate. Oh, hey, it's Cecily! Oh, I remember you. How's it been? What do you have to purchase, by the way? A Blazon of Protection. Physical and elemental defense plus 30. Now that's pretty impressive. What about you? Tough Nut, a crystal vest, and a battle-tested axe. You have got to be kidding. That is the most powerful axe I've ever seen. 350 physical attack, 250 elemental attack, and it increases lightning and ice damage dealt when equipped. Christ, and look at that crystal vest. It's it's over 200 points to physical and elemental defense. God damn, that's absolutely insane. However, it does look like you have something to purchase. Like Edbart's shield, a legendary shield. Its impressive weight makes it difficult for the untrained arm to grasp. Interesting. You do have various shields of different types, though, including a spiked shield. It took me many journeys to match such quality goods. Always looking for a bargain. I wonder if we could have stolen it. Oh well. It's not like I was short on cash to begin with. Alright. Let's head back to Leon. Or rather, the merchant first, before we head to Leon. Alright, let's give Edbart's shield here.
Ah.
Back so soon? Well, it really wasn't that hard to find the shield.
Of course.
I made a promise, didn't I? And I always deliver. Well, Tressa, I'm glad you're a person of your word. Christ. That's a gigantic fucking shield. Why can't I use it? Why can't I give it to Ulbrich? I can only imagine the defense stats it would give. My word, I can't believe you actually found it. But this symbol, and this weight, and all these scars. There's no mistaking it. This is the real deal. I'm surprised this was only 8,000
Most
leaves. Thank you so much, young lady. Here's the map, as promised. But however did you manage to get this shield? I'm a merchant. We have our ways. Obtaining such a renowned treasure is no small feat. I can see you have promise, young lady, and lots of it. Well, it's nice that it appears we have made a new friend in the form of our merchant. But now we have to go speak with Leon, so that way we can go give him his map.
Mr. Leon!
Okay, I guess there's no voice acting yet. Christ. This game is weird when it comes to its voice acting.
Huh?
Balthazar's map. Don't tell me you went through the trouble of finding the shield for that. I mean, it really wasn't a bunch of trouble. In fact, it wasn't trouble at all. We literally just walked a couple minutes. Then I won't. Thank you, lass. Mr. Leon, were you really okay with just leaving the map at that shop?
You see...
When you gazed at it, your eyes were so forlorn. I felt like it belonged with you. Your keen eyes never cease to amaze me. Let me tell you a story, lass. About Balthazar and me. Christ, those are some stormy seas if I've ever seen some. We were but lads when the sea first called to us, and as we grew, so did our reputation. Balthazar came to be known as the Wild Eagle, and I the Sea Serpent. Our ships clashed on the open ocean, and our names roared like thunder through the skies.
on!
Christ.
The storm be giving us no quarter, sir! Let's turn back! The old girl can't hold on much longer!
Oh, Leon, I hope you did the right thing. Don't let...
Anyone wanting to retreat can be my guest and swim back. I'll reduce this ship to shivers before I let him have my treasure.
Christ, Leon, you should know better than to let your pride get the better of you. But I suppose you were young.
Sea dogs get to that island first. We get nothing. You hear? Hold fast to that rudder, mateys.
Aye, aye, sir!
Christ, I can only hope that this ship made it in one piece.
Balthazar, that bastard.
You're too slow, Leon.
Christ.
Aye, Captain Obvious.
I think he'd have learned after all these years.
Enough. Else I'll cut out your tongue and feed it to the gulls.
Now I'll be taking this island's treasure, if you don't mind.
I do mind, but it isn't mine. Do whatever you please.
Well, it looks like Leon is a man of honor. He doesn't play dirty. I guess even professionals have standards.
When we were lads, Leon. Starving in the slums, stealing to survive. We dreamt of just growing up and had to fight tooth and nail to reach the top. Nothing was ever easy for us.
In this world, the strong take while the weak quake, and we became strong.
Ye never change, Leon.
You say it like you're any different, Balthazar.
Not everyone stays the same forever, matey.
Huh. I wonder what he could possibly mean by that. Balthazar. He was always looking off into the distance. His eyes gazed far, far away, toward a seemingly unreachable place. Time passed between us, until one day...
Can I tell you something, Leon? I never wanted to be a pirate.
I can't imagine many people would want to be a pirate.
What? When we were lads, I dreamt of being a merchant.
A merchant, huh? Well, I guess you're not too far off. I mean, if you can be a pirate, you can probably be a damn good merchant, especially if you know the seas.
Have you gone daft? Balthazar of the Eastern Seas. A merchant.
You're a bloody scoundrel for laughing, Leon. But it be the truth. I wanted to trade treasure from every corner of this here world and bring people together.
So why didn't you? I mean, you don't have to stay a pirate.
I lost sight of that dream after becoming a pirate.
Huh.
These days, it's all I be thinking about.
Christ. So what are you gonna do now? Just leave all your ships and pirate adventures behind?
Leon, do you have something precious to you?
What could you mean by that?
Aye, fine storm this is. How about another wager, my friend? Whoever reaches that island first be the winner.
Oh man,
You
another
win.
race, huh?
You get that gem you always wanted.
Oh, will I now? And what happens if you win?
If I win, ye hand over your most precious treasure.
Deal.
I wonder how that gem could be worth so much, because usually someone's most precious treasure isn't very tangible. That's how our final race began. But Balthazar, he never emerged from those stormy seas. I found his ship several days later, wrecked on the coast. Balthazar had been the victor of our very last match. This map shows the location of the gem he wagered that day.
The Eldrite.
Eldrite, huh? It's the only one of its kind in the entire world. It was by far the rarest of all the treasures he'd plundered. But seeing as I lost our match, I haven't the rights to it. That's why you left it in the shop. Precisely. You made a proper trade for this lass, so it belongs to you now. However you use it is up to you. Huh. I wonder... I almost feel like Leon is holding too much to his honor now. Because, I mean, he could at the very least keep it as a memento, like as a token of respect. But I guess it's up to us now, huh? Mr. Leon lost more than just a race that day. I think having a memento of his friend would cheer him up. And I wouldn't mind getting a closer look at more pirate treasure.
All right.
Time to put this map to use. Alright, it looks like we've got some treasure to find. But first, let's hear some travel banter, shall we?
It couldn't be.
Eldrite, the Ore of Legend. You know of it, Professor Albright? Oh yes, otherwise known as the Eye of the Sea. So beautiful, men liken it to the eye of a goddess. Or so my tomes tell me. I've never observed an actual specimen with my own eyes, mind you. It is also written that you can see an ocean inside, if you peer long enough. A whole ocean? With fish and seaweed and everything? I would be surprised, to say the least, if the view offered quite so much detail. Truth be told, all the accounts are hearsay. Not one author has claimed to found one of the stones. Though not for want of effort, it has long been sought after by pirates, kings, and would-be treasure hunters. And me! Suddenly, I really want to find it. Now that's the spirit. Alright. Looks like we've got a bunch of allies on our side. But it looks like we'll have to wait until next episode to see just what awaits for us on the path to the Eldrite. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Octopath Traveler, and I hope you'll stay tuned for the next one, when we will continue on with Tressus, Chapter 3. Until then, I hope you guys have a great day, and take care.